प्यार मोहब्बत की हवा पहले चलती है, फिर एक लट इनकार की रुख पे ढलती है। प्यार मोहब्बत की हवा पहले चलती है, फिर एक लट इनकार की रुख पे ढलती है। ये सच है कम से कम तो ऐ मेरे सनम, लटे चेहरे से सरकाओ तमन्ना आंखें मलती है। होए हमदम मेरे मान भी जाओ, कहना मेरे प्यार का अरे हल्का हल्का सुर्ख लबों पे रंग तो है इकरार का। अरे हमदम मेरे तुमसे मिल मिल के सबा हमदम मेरे मान भी जाओ, कहना मेरे प्यार का अरे हल्का हल्का सुर्ख लबों पे रंग तो है इकरार का। अरे हमदम मेरे मान भी जाओ, कहना मेरे प्यार का अरे हल्का हल्का सुर्ख लबों पे रंग तो है इकरार का। अरे हमदम मेरे प्यार मोहब्बत की हवा पहले चलती है, फिर एक लट इनकार की रुख पे ढलती है। प्यार मोहब्बत की हवा पहले चलती है, फिर एक लट इनकार की
Raccontela, tirando a parede.
Ada secret di dalamnya ya. Secret di dalam. No, barisan yang cepat saja. Pedon ya, pedon ya. Jika scoop pada waktu
Không nè. Chỉ có định cái tay dari box. Ya, boleh nggak tadi? Ya, Pak. Ya, betul ya. Nó cái sợ mà.
Two. Sound check. 1, 2. 1, 2.
10 people come by me. Main 5 people.
What's here?
One, two.
Yeah.
You are looking for your what is on? Position yourself to suit you. I think if you're on that corner, I might fix this.
Custom, don't worry.
Nice. Savarya Shri Vrindavan, Bihari Lal Ki Jai, Sriyapati Ramachandra Ki Jai. Devotees, on behalf of the Bereaved family, the Babwah family, we extend warm and cordial welcome to each and every one of you, friends, relatives, near and dear one, journey with us in prayer, wishing well to the departed soul of deceased here. Mangaroo, Babwah. इस समय सब लोग खड़ा हुआ भगवान की प्रार्थना करते हैं और कथा सुन लीजिए. So say in Hindustani, everyone please stand and join us in the opening prayer. To pray that your God, who is omnipresent, all pervading, we surrender to you, God. We seek blessings, darshan upon this great soul here. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Nadhini Dhano Devaha. Shankar Chakra Gadadharaha. Akshaha Pundarikakshaha. Mangaroo Creator. Moksha Vidara. Akshaha. Ajasi Pushpa Samakasham Pita Vasa Samachuttam. Yenamasyanti Govindam Natesha Vidyate Bhayam. Krishna Krishna Kripalo Tvamagati Namagati Bhava. Samsara Arnama Magnanam Prasid Purushottamam. Narayana Surashishtam. Lakshmi Kanta Paraparam. Amin Darbe Naiva. Asva Babwah Preta Moksha Bharava. Hiranya Garbha Purusha Vyapyatta Sarupanama. Tasya Pretasya Moksharta Sorpita Bhava Sarvada. Adya Amukayane Ashvin Mase Shukla Pakshe Kairasi Chichki Ascha Chris Babwah Ascha Mangaroo Babwah Se Antishti Sanskaram Aham Karikshe Om Shanti 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 Vrindavan Bihari. Please have your seats. Thank you very much for standing and joining us over a prayer. Om Suvaranam Mayadi Yadi Tavo Padishtatam. Since we became conscious of this body, we hold on to this body very, very tight. But if we observe also, while there was birth, we grow, youth, middle age, old age, and we'll have to give up this body sooner or later. Therefore, the vehicle is here. The one who was residing within, he is out of the body. But as family members near, they want to wish well to the soul. Om Suvaranam Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Mitatva Vasa Pratamam Vasanam Guru Yadihai Vipura Ishta Purtanus Krama. With me? Is it me? Yeah, you offer Kimmo. Om Adya Amuk Gotra Amuk Mangaroo Babwah Predmiti Astani Naramshaunimit Ishate Tindo Mayadiyate Tavo Patishtatam. Touch it again. Very right. Put the belly right. You're going to repeat it fully up. Put it again. Take it up from the now and begin. according to the astrological chart, certain ways in ritual to be done. Ascha saparivara yosha rogya parapanchak shantiram seham karikshya. Om vasoho pavitramasi shatadharam vasoho pavitramasi sahasradharam devasva sapita punato vasoho pavitren shatadharam subhakamaru. This is what it is. Ganishta. Om Varunastuttam Varanasi Varanasya Varanasya Rita Saranamaste Varanasya Rita Saranamaste Varanasya Rita Saranamaste Shat Bisha Nekshatra Niratsa. Om Utano Ahir Buddhya Shrarodvam Ekapat Prithvi Samudraha Vishwadeva Vita Bridho Vasato Mantraha Kavishayantu Kodrabha. Next one. Shiv Upana Pasti Swariste Pita Namaste Astu Mamahi Gomasihi Nivartayami Ushadya Prajana Raya Suja Subhidiyan Om Pushantava Vratirandam Karisham Ekataja Astoshara Ihasmi Revati Nakshamaripi. Om Agyam Asta Pinde Pujaram Om Adya Amukvatra Mukre Namasya Mangaroo Babwah Namasya Varadesh Pandemit Vishnu Devito Vahishino Kanda Maya Diya Dekavo Pradeshan. Om Adya Amuk Vota Amuk Guru Babwah Pret Pechare Techar Nimitta Ishade Pindro Maya Diya Dekavo Pradeshan. Bring that chest. Om Chantanantu Maya Diyati Tavopatishtatam. Om Chantanantu Maya Diyati Tavopatishtatam. So there's the charan. We offer the Chandan Tika essence, Mala, etc. In God's creation, we are fortunate to be blessed with this human body. In evolution and dissolution, we pass through all life before obtaining this human body. And the goal of the human body is to know the indweller who is all-pervading God. And once we can live in that land, God bless. Om Yamadvare Mahagore Patim Namandar Tudami Cha Ami Astra Nadmi Hanode Vahasha. Next Shankachakra Garana Yamadvare Astra Chandanantru Mayadi Yate Tavo Patishtatam. Om Gandam Asta Pushpamala Mayadi Yate Tavo. So everyone before same thing. Go back to it as it says on them. Om Yamadvare Mahagore Chanting Tamasamritam Tatra Lokanardayam Deepavayam Maya diyate tavo patishtatam. By God's grace, through we have obtained this human body through our parents, and we can never finish give gratitude to our parents. This way, in time of need, we stand up and do what we have to do. How nice to see the children and their one taking part in this ceremony here. God bless you all. As family, as neighbors, as near and dear one, continue to unite and live good. For remember, we are all God's children. Om Pushpamala. Maya diyate tavo patishtatam yamadvare Mangaroo Chanting tamasamritam. So the reflection to this light that we are offering, when we die, we close our eyes, we have to travel that pathway. The astral world is one day, while the physical world is 1 year. And according to our karma, our doings, so that roadway, that path will be. If you did a lot of wrong, it will be dark. If you did a lot of good, it will be bright. This is why the children here and they want to offer this light of God. Bless the Father's soul. That pathway that he is traveling, it is filled with divine light. With your presence at all times, O God. Om Pushpamala Maya Diyate Tavo. So everybody wants to Yamadvare Mangaroo Chanting tamasamritam. Tatra lokanalkayam deepavayam maya diyate tavo patishtatam. Om Chantanandu maya diyate. Maya diyate tavo patishtatam. Gangam maya diyate tavo patishtatam. Main devotees who will come forward to offer him next. Jai Krishna. Krishna I'll chant this in the pamphlet here if someone would like to join me in chanting this one. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Good Lord Hare Jai 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 Krishna Jai Krishna Hare Krishna Jabachara You're not singing? Are you not singing? Jabachara not singing.
Yeah.
No, I put the mouse.
Yeah.
This thing going down and off. This devotees will call all Mr. Maria. To continue with us in this wonderful service, please come forward, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Very operator.
Good morning.
Basically, my turn.
Good morning, everyone. I am Alan Snow. Good morning.
The operator is the
Testing one.
Good morning. I am Alan Snow, a name given to me. Are you really switch holding about? Like malfunctioning.
You're right. You want?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. I am Alan Snow, a name given to me by my colleague and friend for 50 years, Babs. And some of us remember my different names, and all are terms of endearment. Babs, Toy, Dad, and Sir. And I want to bring your attention to your program because we are celebrating the life of Babs, or by whatever name you grew to call him. And it says, those that touch our lives stay in our hearts forever. And though he is not with us in this mortal sense, you should be comforted by the fact that he has touched the lives and lived in their hearts virtually forever. That is our Babs, Toy, Sir, or Dad. So I want you to be comforted by the knowledge that we had him for 70 plus years, and he would have done a lot to set standards and example for us. And with those few opening words, I will now introduce his son, Greg, who's going to deal with the eulogy. So I now invite Greg to do the eulogy in tribute, to tell us a bit more about the dad that they knew. Greg.
Namaste, Sitaram, Salam Alaikum, good day. So I'm Greg, guess you all knew that. So it was alleged on the 30th of October, Babs was born in Toba Village, Library, on a Tuesday, right? Nobody know what time, all we know is before 12. Right. Okay. Now it was said because he was born on a Tuesday, my Aji's brother-in-law went to register him and so named him Mangaroo because he was a boy. But if he was a girl, he would have been called Mangaria. So I don't even want to know what he would have been named if he was born on a Monday, because, you know. And clearly there's a conflict of interest between Auntie Larissa and the ministry here because she has him born on the 30th and he's registered on the 27th. So generally he celebrates 2 birthdays per year, so good for him. For further reference, see the Patra book so you can know how to name your child in future. So Dad was born the youngest of 3 siblings, which we all know. He loved them very dearly and vice versa. In the 60s, they eventually moved to Romaine. He went on to Romaine RC School. Then he went on to the well-known St. Benedict's College. Because he wasn't NAPS material like Uncle Hank. And here we eventually followed in his footsteps and did the same, and I think we did him well. In A-levels, he did the languages, so he was Spanish, French, Latin, and obviously nobody in this house knows a foreign language, so well done, guys. Here you would meet Uncle Danny, Ramesh, Partap, and his boys, and they have remained friends till this very day. Later he started his first job at Cuba Secondary. This stint lasted for a long 3 months, but nobody remembers what he taught. So I assume it was a language, maybe English. At the tender age of 19, he entered the Faisabad Anglican Secondary School, Intermediate, and simultaneously entered Chandra. This is also her first day of school and his first day of teaching. And she clearly remembers the encounter. What you had on her? A brown pants, cream shirt, cream socks, brown shoes. How you see the man's socks? Because the man was skin up on top of his top shop. But he likes cross, right? So she sit down to the man's socks. Now, she says this was love at first sight. And eventually Chris and Crystal will have a similar story, but that's for another day. At this time he would have met Uncle Burin, and this is where the smoking and the drinking pattern starts. So, special mention to that one. So he eventually told Auntie Larissa and my Aji that he wanted to bring some of his students home for lunch or something. So obviously they cooked rice, red bean, and stew chicken, right? Staple of this household. You might get it 2 to 3 times a week, honestly. I'm sure there was a adultery somewhere inside there. I don't want to be whole 4 girls show up, of which Chandra was one. So this is how she was introduced to the family, unofficially. Sometime later, he would have entered teaching college in Current, and he would have met Auntie Lita of the Fado Boundary, and he would clearly still know them, and one of them married into the family as well. And then, as it would have it, one day, Mom's friends today asked for her to go spend the night in Babwah, you know, girls' night out or something. And then Dole go up to say, yeah, but we stop in Romaine to see Babs, right? So they stop the taxi, stop here, come out, meet Auntie Rosemary, here home. So she left, sadly disappointed. So Babs eventually come home from school, and my boy, here she comes. We go on and bathe quick, pony socks, go on Pinchy and Kerachi. being a cinema, first date ever. Well, I mean, obviously they fell in love, they courted, they married, they had 2 children. Firstborn is his favorite. I was the accident. Aria, alright, am I lying?
No.
No. Then he had other children like Small Chris. Where is he? Right, you know, so man had plenty children. Second evidence that he had Chris as the firstborn favorite is because he has a whole baby album for him, right? When I was in the age of 18, I had to go and look for pictures of me and create my own baby album. My father spent the next 302 years at Faizabad and further maybe about 10 post-retirement. I'm not sure of the exact time. He loved that school and gave his life for it. I would say his navel string was buried in that place because that man never wanted to take a sick leave or stay home to bed. Here he was also a second father figure to many, which I would say is an understatement of the year for all of his students. He always said if he had a daughter, it would be Ming. I'm not sure if Ming is here, but Ming, that woman's female. And most of his students would have said he had made an indelible impression on their lives in the way he spoke to them, mentored them, and all that. Yeah. Dad was an educator. Teaching was his passion. It is said that service to man is service to God. But I will never know how that man would teach Spanish and never help me for my CXC. He insisted I do Spanish over geography, so I would enter the science class instead of the G1 and G2 in Benedict, right? And he said, yeah, I'll help you in Spanish. Never helped me. The night before my orals, he asked me one question, and I answered in Spanish and said, yeah, he smoked like a chimney. He said, I did good, you don't have to worry about my Spanish. At school again, he was a disciplinary man. Students used to tell me, because I worked there for 1 year, brave where I'll free that man. I got to free you too if you follow anything like him. And in my mind, I was like, how this short little Indian man that freed he way? But you should see him walk around a corridor on a corner and those children would clamor in fear. But later turned out to be respect and admiration for the man. Apart from school, he was a sportsman. Involved in sports day, all the co-curricular activities, walkathon, avid card player, gardener, the man like golf was. I don't play that. I hate it. But not because of him, but because of my cousins who played it every single day with me on a August vacation. One thing I had to share is 1 year, I worked for 1 year because I wasn't smart enough to get into med school. So every Friday evening, he used to have his evening drinks with Trudy and Adel, so I joined them. One night, me and Trudy lined until 5 o'clock, and Trudy dropped me home, and that man lying down in the hammock waiting for me, come out and watching what Trudy doing there, and I there trying to block shit. I'll never forget that. At home, my father was the nicest man, loved by all my cousins. He would give his all for all of us. He would sacrifice to make sure we were always well taken care of. My cousins looked up to him, and he looked up to them as well, because he's proud of how they have all done in their lives. My mother was his greatest love, and I hope that he knows that she will always be taken care of. There's nothing you couldn't ask this man to do for you, boy. And around one day, I'll call him and say, Dad, Ma, I need 2 duck, 3 chickens, some bhaji, some dal rice, and $20 free, Severa and them birthday. You could organize that to her. He said, okay. Next day, everything done. The man clean, cut, season, grind it all, have it there waiting, help mommy chunky. And this is all between his 2 naps for the day, his beauty sleep as you would call it. The man will be in bed by 8, get up at 2, and then have another nap at between 5 and 7, and he will still find time to do anything you ask him for. His other 2 loves is would be coffee and cigarettes. Smoky. Okay, it was smoky, but it was supposed to be #coffee for life. Oh yeah, that small cook boy. That's, yeah. What's something? Oh, and his love for starter roti. God, that man could eat a starter roti. Yeah, asked Chandra to make one for me. She's like, it's a nice now. When Bob said, I want starter roti, there you go. Well, he wouldn't say it like that, but it was done. He would always say, God, if Chris doing something a million times, he could call me, My brother and him, I'm not sure who was whose right hand man. But again, favorite child syndrome, so I just accepted it. I know my brother misses him dearly, but I mean, we are both products of this man, the Marjan smokers. So we will do well. One big question these days is who's going to feed the dog and water the plants? So Aria, you have to pick one.
Dad.
The last few weeks have been hard for us. I mean, unexpected hospital stay. I mean, but he was well taken up by the staff. I think his only regret would be not seeing his second eyeball area right, the SCA. But I mean, I know she will do well. And if she doesn't, well, one good fuck deal. My father lived a good life. And we will continue to strive and live up to his expectations. We could not have asked for a greater father, uncle, husband, grandfather, friend, mentor. And we love him very much. But alas, his worldly form had to come to an end. And I hope his soul relieves liberation. But we are good, Dad. I hope you know that. Death is sitting for one who has been born, therefore we will not lament over the inevitable. We will continue to celebrate your life now and forever. Boom Sagati.
Thank you very much, Greg. You reminded us about trademark Babs. Though diminutive in size, you should pity your Babs admonishing students who were taller than you. And they would simply slink away, having received that admonition, and go about their business. Even when we man the doors at parties, and strangers will come in and we say, "You're not going in there?" And you're looking at them and telling them they're not going in there because he's by the door. And they will just simply leave and obey the command of Babs. Now, I am told that if you are interested in, there are flowers here, and if you are interested in placing the flowers in tribute to Babs, you are welcome to come forward, take a flower, and place it. Yeah. No. So those of you who are interested and willing, you may step forward, take a flower, and place it in the coffin. Yeah, those who have roses will come first, and then we will allow those with other flowers to follow suit. Thank you very much. Now just remember we have time constraints, so you have to keep it moving. All those golden roses. We still have a lot of flowers left, so please step forward. Naju. Yeah. Meantime, I hope Aria is getting set to do a little piece. Yeah,
I think I probably said that. Probably, yeah, probably. Okay.
Babs was such a person that would have brought people together. That I'm seeing some people here that I haven't seen for years. And thanks to Babs, one way or the other, whether life or death, he was always bringing people together. I just saw a colleague of ours who probably have not seen for a very long time is here today. So he has come to pay his respects to our good and dear friend Babs. Alright, at this time, I would like to invite his dear and well-loved granddaughter, Aria, to say and share with us some thoughts about her granddad.
Namaste, Sitaram, and good morning. Most of you would have known Mangaroo through a relative, friend, coach, teacher, or villager. I, however, had the privileged opportunity of becoming the favorite one when I came into existence on this age. I literally bumped off my dad to become the favorite of the lot. Tough luck, Dad. The couple always tried to ensure that everything was perfect. From dropping off breakfast and lunch every morning, freshly squeezed lemon juice, roast corn, school drop-off and pick-up, Spanish classes, and caring for the pets and plants. He was also very critical of my dad's disciplining methods. Papa didn't allow anyone to speak harshly to me. This came from a former school dean of discipline. What a turnaround. The last 2 weeks were very challenging. I went to my papa back home. The doctors were trying their best. I tried by going to visit him at the hospital wearing a short pant, hoping that when he saw me it would elevate his blood pressure. Unfortunately, it didn't work. He was not very fond of the short pants. Papa knew it was time to go. He reminded me, while laying on the bed in pain, that I should simply be the best person that I could be, and to always put my best foot forward. He was a very uncomplicated person, short and sweet. He always said that he wanted to be around to see me write SEA. And after that, anything could have happened. God had other plans for the educator. I vowed to deliver on his expectations and would forever cherish the memories and time I spent with this monumental person. Sleep in peace, Papa, and don't worry about Mama. I will smother her with hugs every day. Love you forever. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aria. Now, Bob was a Spanish teacher, as they say, par excellence. And he was very proud of Chris' first utterances, Cerrado. And he was speaking as well of the granddaughter who was learning Spanish very early in her primary school years. And I remember once they talked about Babs as the coach. Babs was also an interpreter or translator. Some Cuban team came to visit once and he got the task of doing translation for the coach. And he was proud of that, because at the end of the session, the coach said to him, "So Espanol is perfecto." And Babs remembered that. I am no Spanish or language student, but Babs remembered that and he valued that very much. Having said that, I now invite one of his former students, who is now leading at the school, to bring her greetings. Miss Natalie Chatu. I now invite Miss Natalie Chatu to bring her greetings and say a few words on behalf of the staff of Faizabad Anglican Secondary School.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here today to celebrate the life and remember the legacy of a remarkable individual, Mr. Babwah, a cherished member of our school family. Mr. Babwah dedicated many years, and I did do the count. He started in 1971 and he worked on till 2014. So he served us very well for 43 years. He left a mark, a lasting mark on all of us at Faizabad Anglican Secondary. Mr. Babwah's service to our school was nothing short of extraordinary. For years, he committed himself wholeheartedly to the betterment of our educational community. His unwavering dedication and passion for teaching shone brightly, inspiring countless students over the years. What truly set Mr. Babwah apart was his remarkable ability to be a father figure to all. His caring and compassionate nature extended far beyond the classroom. He had an innate talent for guiding, nurturing, and supporting not only his own children, but all the students who had the privilege of learning from him. His wisdom, patience, and kindness were a source of comfort and inspiration to all of us. Mr. Babwah's legacy is not just in the knowledge that he imparted, but in the values he instilled, the lessons he taught, and the love he shared. He was more than a teacher. He was a mentor, a friend, and a source of strength for our school community. As we mourn the loss of Mr. Babwah, we also celebrate his life, the impact he had on each of us, and the enduring influence he left on our school. Let us remember him not with sorrow, but with gratitude for the privilege of having known him, and for the love and wisdom he shared with all of us. In our hearts and memories, Mr. Babwah will forever be a cherished member of our school community. On a more personal note, basically I can say I'm one of Mr. Babwah's grandchild, because he would have taught my mom in school, and then he went on to teach me. We worked together, and we became good friends over the years. So Mr. Babwah has truly been a huge part of my life. Some of the things I will always remember, yes, the small coke, going by the parlor to get the small coke, the Scrabble game. I swear that man memorized the Scrabble dictionary. He knew every single word, the staff lines. He was always there. He was always building our school culture. For the students who are here, I am sure you remember, hello, you there. He was trying to make sure that we follow the rules, we were on the right path. Mr. Babwah will truly be missed.
Thank you very much. And as Natalie reminded us, I am reminded of Babs during the days of frustration when we used to get pittance as teachers. And he would complain. He said, "Yancy, I shouldn't be bright. I shouldn't pass my subjects. I'll be planting the land in the back there and selling the lettuce and making more money than I'm making now." Right? I see, while you may have nourished people's bellies, you have to take comfort in the fact that you're nourishing minds and hearts that will live for much longer than that food that will pass through the system. And Bob said long after that, and he was always supportive of measures to make things better for our students. Now I come to the point where I am going to invite anyone who would have something to say in remembrance of Babs, because I know he has a lot of friends, colleagues, and admirers, and as well as students who may want to say a word or two. I see Marjo is quick out of the gates. I'm sure she has something to say about our dear Babs. This is Lorna Joseph, a former colleague and member of staff advisor.
Good morning, everyone. I call him Babs, and he called me Marjo. And I went to Faisabad Anglican Secondary in September 1971. And probably that was the same day he came there. And as a result, we lived as a family. This house wasn't here yet. I used to come here, met his mother, his brothers were living in the back there. And you know, there's this date of birth. If you look at the cemetery, you'll see date of birth, dash, died so and so time. But with that dash, we want to know how we live our lives with that dash. And he lived that dash to the fullest. He was everything. I remember at one time my caregiver left the work, and I had my little daughter. And I had nowhere to leave her, but by my mother who lived at Mangaroo. I live at Coconut Drive here. We had no telephone, but on an evening he said, Marjo, in the morning I'm going with you. I said, remember I'm going to Mangaroo? He said, no problem. We will go to Mangaroo together. And on the conversation that we would have had, he was always there for everyone. And as a family figure, you know, he loved beauty, everything beautiful. He took part in everything in the school. And one day, some visitor came, and she said, I like how that prefect conducted his class. Look how the attention. I said, that is no prefect. That's a teacher. She said, that little fella? I said, yes. And we lived at Faisabad Intermediate and Faisabad Anglican Secondary, as Alan will tell you, as a family. We had cooks in his staff room. He believed in his football and his cricket. And this is one of the reasons why he named one of his sons Greg. There was a cricketer, an English cricketer named Greg Chappell. And he believed in that, and I can't remember Chris who came, but he had an eye for beauty. And as a result of that beauty that he had in him, he found one of the most beautiful women living in Avocat in the person of Chandra. And she produced beautiful children. Handsome boys, I should say. Handsome boys. And I know, as all of us know, the life Bob lived. And I used to come here and I met his sister, his mother, certainly for a long time. And we worked together for 1971 to 1988 when I was transferred. And from that time, I cannot tell you, he was never late one day, and I never remember him being absent one day. And all the children in that school, as well as the staff members of staff with the Scrabble, as they say, gravitated to him. And today, I want to let Chandra know, and the boys, they are not alone. We are here with you. And he has lived that dash. There was no breaking in that dash that he lived. So all of us here try to live. You see that dash between the date of birth and the date to die? Today is the day for you to reflect on that dash. And where you have fallen short, try to mend that dash. And may his soul rest in peace and rise in glory. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marjo. And Marjo captures Babs perfectly. Family man, member of staff, as a family. I remember the days when we shared lunch together. One day I will bring lunch, we share. The next day, Chandra will prepare lunch, And that's how we lived in the staff at Faizabad. Now, teachers are climbing on children back to get out of the school on an afternoon. At Faizabad, we stayed till the lights came on, playing Scrabble and other games, and even watching cricket in the dark before they had lights. Those house system days. So you're getting a full gamut of the Babs, the toy, the dad and the sir that we have come to learn about and love. Anyone else would like to say something? All right, if we have no one else, we will now move on. All right. No one else? Isha? Come on.
Good morning, everyone. I'll be brief, but so I've known Uncle Toy from ever since I could remember myself. And I mean, I could talk from now till this evening about Uncle Toy. We spent holidays here, and he would have first introduced me to Mario's Pizza at Gold City. We used to walk across there through a track. Masca wasn't built as yet. And Uncle Toy introducing me to Mario's Pizza. That has set my taste as a gold standard for pizza today. So that was tomatoes, sweet pepper, pineapple, onions. That was what Mario's had back in the days. So up to today, I'm not interested in all these specialty pizzas that they have, because my gold standard was set by Uncle Toy at Mario's right in Gold City. Uncle Toy has been so instrumental in my career path. You know, I mean, I'm echoing the sentiments of many others who have spoken here before me this morning. But, I mean, literally, he was so instrumental in my career path and has assisted me and coached me along the way to my current role where I am, right? We had so much of fun times coming here, and I would just recall one of my most recent interactions with Uncle Toy. I had a surprise birthday family live at my home recently, and Uncle Toy and Auntie Chandra prepared all the meals, lovingly prepared all the meals. And when I came to collect the meals, Uncle Toy had a lot of chafing dishes to store the food, and he gave me a whole packet of the heating, you know, those round heating stuff that they put on the chafing dishes. So, of course, all my in-laws, everybody was at this line, you know, and everybody is inquiring, so this is the caterer that you have, where you getting all this, they're providing all this for you? I say, yes, this is my Uncle Toy, who would have so eloquently assisted me in the presentation of all my stuff. And it tells the story of, he go way beyond the call of duty for all his nieces, but his children, his nieces and nephews, and well, I guess all his students as well. But that was the man. Nothing was ever too much for him to do to exceed the expectations. I know there are probably some other people who would like to chat, to talk, so thanks very much. We certainly miss Uncle Toy. We love you.
Thank you very much, Shan. Anyone else would like to say just a few words about Babs?
Good morning, everyone. I don't like doing what I'm doing, but I have to. My brother, who lives in Virginia, and Mr. Babwah both attended St. Benedict's College years ago. Chandra and I attended Faizabad Intermediate, that time in the days of Mrs. Telemack, Miss Lumsden, and it was the best school I have ever attended. I always tell people that. It was a loving, I used to leave home as if I'm going to another home. The teachers were like my parents, because I lived San Fernando and I was going to school at that time to St. Gabriel's. I passed for Faizabad, the only child in the class who passed for, well, a country school. My mommy did not want to send me because I was her first girl. Eventually we went down on Saturday morning and met with a former principal, I can't remember his name right now. And he said, don't worry, I will take care of her. And so said, so done. So my brother, when I called him and told him about Mr. Babwah's death, he said, oh, God lives, you have to go and represent me. I said, okay, because I am busy right now taking care of my mom. She's 93 and hardly moves around, so I don't really come out at this hour. This is her bath hour, you know. But I had to, I said, Mommy, I have to go to the funeral, right? So I'm very sorry to hear. I remember when that was what we called my brother, his nickname. He came to Trinidad one day, one time, and he told me, I have a friend living in Romaine, you know. I used to go home by him and eat roti and thing when it's his school time. I said, okay, we'll find the person. And we did come. And oh my God, Chandra and Mr. Babwah, they prepared a meal. My brother, we are both signs, but we didn't grow up with Indian family. And because of that, everybody loves Indian food. So wherever we could go and get Indian food, we're going. And Chandra and they made a lot of stuff for him, and he enjoyed it very, very much. Mr. Babwah even gave him a slingshot. He wanted to carry it to show people in America what we used to play with long time. So please accept my sympathy on behalf of my family, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Goldstein. I want at this time to let you know that this was the gathering area for friends, former colleagues, and it was also a watering hole. Because I remember one of the last times I would have visited, Chandra say, Alan, long time we organize a line. Organize one now. Remember that, Chandra? And next thing you know, I am busy trying to put things together, inviting former colleagues so that we could come here and celebrate with Chandra and Babs. And at that last line, I think he said, the boys have to be part of it too. So he has passed on that legacy to Chris and Greg. So you know what you have to do. You have to continue the toil legacy by ensuring that people come together, celebrate life, be happy. Because it says in his celebration, a beautiful soul is never forgotten. So you have to ensure that this beautiful soul that we shared in a mortal sense for 71 plus years is never forgotten, and we celebrate his life all the time by the good things we do and the love we share with friends, family, and colleagues. Thank you very much. I think I now hand over to the... Yes. You're running for time.
Thank you very much, main devotees. Please take flowers and come in front. We are going to chant verses from Bhagavad Gita. Wishing well the deceased soul. We pray that the Lord of the universe, indwelling and all pervading, we are all like children under this great solar Shiva blessings. Urdam ulam adaha shakam ashvatam prahuravyam chandamasi yasya parani yastam vedasa vedavid adasrodam asvita setasya shaka guna pravidya vishya pravalaha adhasta mulana santatami karmana bandhini manusha luke narupam sehatava kapyato nanthimacharina cha sampadishta Ashvatamedam savirudam ulam asanshasvena vivena shitvam tataha parampara paramargatavyam yasmin gatanani vartante bhuyaha tamevacharhyam purusham prapadya yataha praviti pasita purani nirmana mohajita sangadosha dhyatma nita vinikamaha Randhari muktaha sukadukha samgyargachanta mudam avyamatad natar bhasate suryo nasashan guna pavikaha Yadagatvanani vartante dharma paramama Amaiwamsho jiva loke jiva putaha sanatanaha Manaha shashtiya indriyani prakatisnani kaishati Sharivam yadavapanoti yachapu pramati ishwaraha Vrihitvaitani samyati varugadhani va ashayat Shrutam Chakshuhu Sparshanam Cha Rasanam Grana Vivacha Adhischai Manashayam Vishanupasevate Purkrantam Stitam Vapi Punjanam Vabunamitam Vimudhanam Upashyanti Pashyanti Gyanu Chakshuraha Yatanto Yogi Nasyayam Pashantya Atmanastam Yatantika Atmano Naina Pashantya Chetasara Yada Arigatan Tejo Jagadvasitya Kilam Yachanyam Si Jaganotta Tejo Vidhimamukam Gava Vishacha Bhutani Dhayam Namojasa Pushnami Chaushadhihi Sarvaha Soma Bhutva Rasatmakaha Aham Vaishwadana Bhutva Pranina Mehamashita Pranapan Samayuktaha Pashamyam Annam Chaturpadam Sarvasya Chaivalista Tatasmita Hanamasat Vedasya Sarvanga Vidya Vedakavitachaham Vavima Purusha Loke Kasharasa Ikshana Visharaha Sarvani Bhutani Kutastu Akra Uchare Utamaha Purushastamyaha Paramatma Chudana Yulokatama Vishyani Bhartam Avyam Ishvaraha Yasmar Kasharam Adituam Aksharar Vijotanaha Tatvasmi Loke Vede Chaparitaha Purushotama Yo Mamama Samurho Janati Purushotamam Sa Sarvavida Bhajati Man Sarvabhavina Bharata Iti Guhyatamam Shastram Idam Uktam Harada Nita Buddha Parimanasya Krita Krita Bhavata Om Tarsadiati Srimad Bhagavad Gita Sotmisharasu Brahma Vidya Yoga Shastri Shri Krishna Arjuna Sanware Purushottam Bharata Panchamayana Harim Tatsat Hariom Tatsat Principal Shri Vrindavan Adinarati offer his flowers. Thank you all very much. I want to Prajan to join us and take flowers again. Sadhguru Karanwa Antim Prajana Karte. Everyone please stand and join us in the final prayer. Wish you well to listen so. Om Shri Vishwane Namah, Kashyapaya Namah, Om Akshaya Namah, Om Bhupaya Namah. Mansarve Tvam Sharmaravindam Shivisha Namami Prabhupya. Ye Mitra Shaya Jiva Atma Pragyayana Kuru. Om Sarveshwar Dinabandhu Bhavamaya Haranam Aparadam Sarveshama Kuru. Parivaras Dya Shokha Nivarana Kuru Santushti Yate. Sarveshwar Tvam Kripa Sarvejanasya Shubhagati Papate. We chant together. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Tvameva Matasya Pita Tvameva Bandhusya Sikha Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Tvameva Sarvam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai, Parvati Mahadeva ki jai, Pavan Putra Hanuman ki jai, Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Siyavati Ramachandra ki jai, Satya Sanatan Dharam ki jai, Sabri jai jai, Sitaram. Offer, please have your seats. We'll ask Mr. Noguera to give us final thanks and appreciation.
Thank you very much, Pandit. This is time for final viewing. Those of you who would like to file past the body and pay your quiet tributes to Babs, you are invited to come forward. Pandit, Pandit, please guide us as to the route that they should follow, where they should start from and Right? So the pundit is going to guide you when you come up so that you will follow the protocols in terms of the direction of the flow. So please step forward. Those of you who would like to view the body again before we proceed to the show of peace for the cremation. And I want to thank all of those who took time to come to our normal gathering place to pay tribute and respect to our friend and colleague, Babs, Toy, Dad, Sue.
He can hold you on the
Alright, this is the flow, and you come around and you, alright, For those of you who are into the social media, if you ever had the opportunity to see what students in their past pupils groups were saying about Babs, you will recognize that even today, they remember him fondly. Some even expressing regret that he was such a great teacher, and it was a pity that they didn't pay attention when they were in class. But he was always well respected, and we would do well to strive to live our lives with Babs as our example. Thank you very much, and I think the pundit will do his final stuff and get ready to go down to the show of peace. I don't know how many of you will join us, but thank you very much for coming and paying your respects to our friend Babs. Enjoy the rest of the day and get back home safe. Thank you very much.
Take the keys and fight inside from the key up there on the door. Go down and lock.
Thank you very much. What is this? And fix the next one, eh?
What's me? We're going straight on because I'm making action. Nothing here, we're going halfway down.
Anybody come up? Sorry. Anybody come
Right, just on. They come in here?
Yes.
Right.
There's someone else.
You don't mind that we told it is.
रंग तो है इकरार का, अरे हमदम मेरे